Hey, I'm TC, your girlfriend, not girlfriend, and the most honest F buddy you've never had. Today's topic, me and Brian's use of the L word in our situation. I have another quick story time for you guys. Let's get into it. If you've been watching my channel, then you know that Brian is the longest friends with benefits relationship I've been in, coming in at 7.5 years. Around the 2.5 year mark, or maybe year and a half to 2 year mark, we started using the L word. Yes, we started saying I love you to one another. And it was not, I know that I don't take that word lightly, first of all. When I say I love you to somebody, it means that I really do care about you deeply. That's why I don't go around throwing like, oh girl, I love you, or oh my God, I don't know, like people just, yes, I love you, thank you. No, I love you does not mean thank you. I love you means something totally different to me. So when me and Brian started saying that, now, mind you, Brian did kind of finagle his way into getting that type of affection, I want to say, from me, because I don't know if I can go into that much detail about how he did that, but I'm just going to tell you that he did intentionally finagle his way into that type of affection. So then we were there. And for me, there was a great deal of meaning behind it. It meant I cared for him very deeply. It meant I was going to put his well-being above all else, meaning above my happiness. Even for my friends in general, I love my friends. For my friends in general, I am going to do what is best for them, not necessarily what is best for me in a situation. That's just how I am. So we were in that space. Now, the first couple years, no, I can't say that. It started out relatively smooth and I want to say casual for the word I love you, meaning like we knew that it meant that we both cared about each other deeply. What began to happen though, as we were saying I love you at the end of all of our conversations, or we were saying that before we parted ways, and we were using that. Oh yes, another thing is we were saying I love you to one another in private. We were not saying that. I think even up to the end of the 7.5 years, we were definitely, like, I would not tell him I loved him in front of my sister. That's just kind of weird, because why would I say I love you to somebody that I'm not with? I think we just felt like it further confused the people we were around, because we were not together, but we were sharing in such strong emotions with one another, I want to say. So we definitely kept the L word between the two of us. If you've been watching my channel, you know throughout the years of me and Brian being F buddies, he did enter into some relationships. And when he entered into some relationships, there was not like I love yous going around. Maybe there was like love you best friend or something like that, but I don't even remember that. I know I certainly was not saying that to him while he was in relationships, because I just thought it was weird to be sharing that level of affection with a person who is with someone else. I didn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, that being the girlfriend that he was with at the time. From my memory, we did stop using the L word when he entered his relationships. However, what started to happen as this L word was being thrown around was that I was staying in the same place because I had a strong reason why I was staying in the same place, even though I was definitely closer to him. And I was enjoying us being very affectionate toward one another. He began to move in a space that was more serious. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that I saw the signs and I was ignoring the signs. And not like completely ignoring the signs, but I tried to have conversations with him. And every time he resisted, I allowed him to resist and throw in that great sex and just get me to not necessarily forget about it, but turn a blind eye to the fact that he was moving into danger zone emotionally. And that makes me feel horrible, because that is my best friend and I care about him so much, and I would have never wanted to be that person to him. But that is where he started to move. The I love yous became more serious on his end than on my end. And it's not to say that we did not really care about one another. It's not to say that at all. It's just he had begun to consider more for our relationship than I was considering, because I knew that I could not be the wife that he wanted me to be, and I knew that his lifestyle for the future did not fit my lifestyle for the future. I tell this quick story because the L word is a serious word. I feel like it should be taken seriously, and if you are considering using that in your friends with benefits relationship, or if you already are, just understand that there can be weight to that word, right? If it's not for you, if you're able to say it and still remember why you're in this friends with benefits relationship, it could be really heavy on the other person. So just remember that. That's why I'm telling this story. And that basically concludes my quick story time. Of course, if you have any further questions, or you want me to go into more depth about my personal experience with using the L word and maybe share a bit more about how that went in me and Brian's situation, feel free to leave a comment below. I have no problem answering those questions. But as always, guys, until the next video, be free, have fun, be safe, and enjoy.